to Jackfish then, kids.
Well, there's not a lot going on in Stoke outside of the music scene, to be honest. The city in its past has had vibrant scenes in a lot of different sort of arts, pottery probably being the most famous and world-renowned. But Stoke's always had a music scene. I don't think that's ever gone away. I think a vibrant music scene is part of a working class town, and Stoke is very much, it falls into that bracket of being sort of a working class town where people really have to aim to aspire to anything above working in a pot bank or a supermarket or a McDonald's. People embrace music and really get passionate about it, and I think that's probably the main reason that we've got such a good local music scene here, that there's so many different genres of bands. We've got some excellent acoustic bands, we've got some excellent metal and rock bands, but I think the mainstay of the Stoke area is probably indie rock, and I think as long as Stoke remains a working class town, the music scene will always be vibrant here. It's very difficult to make it in the music industry. It's probably one of the hardest industries to make anything really take off. Locally, there's been a few bands who've achieved a modicum of success, but there's very few artists from Stoke especially who've really gone out and achieved that. And I think a part of that might be one band hasn't opened the door for the others. You know, there's always been a vibrant scene in Manchester, but that was the charge was led early days. People give that area a bit more attention. The same with Birmingham and London and certain cities in Scotland get more attention because they're renowned for bringing these bands through, whereas Stoke isn't. So for that, I think there's a reason why maybe Stoke bands have struggled a bit, just because historically we haven't produced any big selling artists. Probably one of the main reasons is why it's so difficult to get into is because there's so few opportunities and so many people fighting for that one. And with the way the music industry's been diluted by popular programs such as the X Factor, which personally I don't consider real music, rehashing other people's songs and singing them in a different key. I'm all about originality, and as long as the mainstream culture is looking away from that and looking more towards pop culture, things that are easily reproducible, then I think there's going to be even less chance of bands making it any further.
You don't get on stage with a guitar and aim to be a milkman, do you? You get on stage with a guitar and bass and drums, and you want to be the next big thing. And like, it's the reason you start a band. Like, you don't start the band with the intention of thinking, oh yeah, let's just do a couple of gigs, let's have a piss around. Being the youngest band, like, people think, oh yeah, like we'll walk on stage and people think, oh, these are just going to be shit, they're young and everything. We get on and then people's like, because people are just looking at the phones or something, then see us playing and their heads turn, and it's a good feeling, like, seeing that, because people say, oh, you're going to get judged and everything, but I think it's mint.
These are the times where I was made. These are the times where I'll misbehave. These are the times where I fall. These are the times towns that will make us. These are the towns that will break us too. These are the towns where I'll fall.